Imagine waking up tomorrow to a world where the undisputed giants of German engineering, companies like Volkswagen, renowned for their legacy of precision, reliability, and power, are not dictating the terms of automotive innovation. Instead, they are placing their bets, and even their future, on the expertise of a rapidly emerging Chinese tech company. For years, Volkswagen was the embodiment of European automotive prowess, an icon of quality and sophistication. Yet, in a dramatic twist of fate, the winds of technological change are now blowing from the east, and they are gathering hurricane force. Just a decade ago, if you had told a room full of auto executives that Volkswagen would rely on a Chinese startup for its most advanced artificial intelligence, you would have been met with polite laughter or outright disbelief. Back then, Chinese car brands were widely dismissed as copycats, focused on affordability rather than innovation, and often seen as a step or two behind their Western counterparts. But that dismissive narrative is unraveling at breakneck speed. The global automotive industry is now at a historic turning point, one that could rewrite the rules of power, profit, and prestige. Today, the future of the automobile is not just about horsepower or even electric motors. It is about intelligence. The car of tomorrow is electric, autonomous, and deeply connected, a rolling supercomputer that can think, learn, and react in real time. Mechanical engineering, once the bedrock of automotive excellence, is being eclipsed by software, microchips, and artificial intelligence. The entire driving experience is being reimagined, from navigation and entertainment systems to advanced safety features and high-speed decision-making algorithms that react in milliseconds. Enter Xpeng, an ambitious Chinese electric vehicle trailblazer headquartered in Guangzhou. Founded by He Xiaopeng, the company has spent years quietly investing in advanced artificial intelligence research and development. In 2024, Xpeng unveiled its game-changing Turing artificial intelligence chip. This chip is not just another microprocessor. It represents a quantum leap forward in automotive computing power. According to industry insiders, the Turing chip delivers an astonishing 20% higher utilization rate than its closest competitors. In raw power, it stands shoulder to shoulder with NVIDIA's Orin X, boasting the ability to process a staggering 700 trillion operations per second, or, as engineers call it, 700 tera operations per second, or TOPS. Let's put that in context. This means that the Turing chip can handle the massive data streams generated by modern vehicles: sensor fusion, real-time mapping, voice recognition, predictive maintenance, and more. It can manage everything from autopilot features to the seamless integration of entertainment and navigation, all while maintaining airtight data security and lightning-fast responsiveness. In the words of Tu Lei, founder of Sino Auto Insights, for Volkswagen, this partnership allows them to leapfrog local rivals when it comes to software. Volkswagen is not just watching from the sidelines. The German titan is taking bold, irreversible steps. In a move that stunned the industry, Volkswagen invested a jaw-dropping $700 million in Xpeng, acquiring just under a 5% equity stake in the company. But this is not a passive investment. Volkswagen and Xpeng have joined forces to co-develop a new generation of electric vehicles tailored for the Chinese market, the most dynamic, competitive, and rapidly evolving automobile market on the planet. The launch of these models is scheduled for next year, and at their core will be Xpeng's state-of-the-art Turing artificial intelligence chip. Why is Volkswagen making such an audacious move? The answer lies in the shifting tectonic plates of the global car market. China is now the epicenter of electric vehicle innovation, by far the world's largest and fastest-growing market for electric cars. In 2023, China accounted for more than two-thirds of global electric vehicle sales, dwarfing the United States and Europe combined. Meanwhile, Volkswagen's sales in China, once its crown jewel, are facing mounting pressure from agile local competitors like BYD, NIO, and Li Auto, as well as from Tesla's relentless push. Volkswagen's ambitions are nothing short of monumental. By the year 2030, the company wants half of all its vehicles sold in China to be fully electric. But achieving this goal requires more than historic brand loyalty or German engineering. It demands technological leadership, faster development cycles, smarter software, lower costs, and the courage to embrace radical change. As of today, traditional automakers are in a race against time, fighting not just for market share, but for survival itself in the age of intelligent mobility. Here is where Xpeng's Turing chip becomes a potential game-changer. By leveraging Xpeng's technology, Volkswagen plans to slash the cost of its electric vehicle platforms in China by as much as 40%. Imagine what this means. More affordable, cutting-edge electric vehicles for millions of customers, accelerated product development timelines, and a newfound ability to compete head-to-head with both Chinese startups and established tech giants. The partnership also includes an ambitious rollout of a nationwide charging infrastructure, more than 20,000 supercharging stations spanning over 400 cities, creating a seamless ecosystem for electric mobility. As Bill Russo, CEO of Automobility Limited, puts it, Volkswagen gains access to cutting-edge Chinese electric vehicle tech and, by extension, a fighting chance in the next era of mobility. But nothing in this high-stakes game comes easily. The technical challenges are immense. Integrating a next-generation artificial intelligence chip into Volkswagen's existing vehicle architecture is a Herculean task. Volkswagen's cars are renowned for their quality and reliability, but their legacy systems were never designed to accommodate the kind of real-time data processing and autonomous driving features that Xpeng's chip enables. Bridging the gap between German engineering tradition and Chinese software innovation will require not only technical excellence, but also a fundamental shift in corporate culture and mindset. Then there are the thorny issues of data security, intellectual property, and cross-border privacy regulations. China's evolving regulatory environment is notoriously complex. Western regulators, meanwhile, are increasingly wary of technology transfers and data flows involving Chinese firms, especially as geopolitical tensions mount. One misstep in handling sensitive data or intellectual property could turn this pioneering partnership into a cautionary tale. Bill Russo warns, sharing cutting-edge tech comes with a new level of trust and risk. One misstep, and the deal could go from groundbreaking to cautionary tale. So, what if Volkswagen's gamble fails? What if the integration of Xpeng's artificial intelligence technology proves too difficult, too costly, or too risky? What if new political or regulatory barriers emerge, threatening to unravel the collaboration? The stakes could not be higher. If Volkswagen cannot adapt, it risks falling behind not only in China, but in the global race for electric and intelligent vehicles. And the consequences would ripple far beyond the company's balance sheet. They could reshape the balance of power in the global auto industry for decades to come. On the other hand, if Volkswagen and Xpeng succeed, the impact could be seismic. For Volkswagen, this partnership is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to reassert its leadership in the age of software-defined vehicles. For Xpeng, it is a validation of its technological prowess and a ticket to becoming a global innovation powerhouse. And for the entire industry, it signals the dawn of a new era, one in which the flow of technology is no longer a one-way street from west to east, but a dynamic, two-way exchange of ideas, expertise, and opportunity. Let us zoom out for a moment to understand the broader implications. The automotive artificial intelligence hardware market is experiencing explosive growth. In 2024, the market is valued at roughly $15 billion, but projections indicate it could soar to $40 billion by 2034. The reason? Modern cars are becoming rolling data centers, packed with sensors, cameras, and chips capable of managing everything from autonomous driving to predictive maintenance and advanced driver assistance systems. The race to dominate this market is not just about selling cars, it is about becoming a platform for digital services, mobility solutions, and even new forms of transportation, like flying cars and delivery robots. Xpeng is not content to remain a niche player. The company is openly inviting other partners to adopt its Turing artificial intelligence chip, signaling its ambition to become a technology supplier on a global scale. As He Xiaopeng himself put it, we are looking for long-term partners. In other words, Xpeng is positioning itself not just as a car maker, but as a foundational technology provider, an essential node in the future automotive supply chain. Volkswagen's own research and development arm, CARIAD China, is targeting development cycles that are up to 30% faster thanks to the new electronic and electrical architecture powered by Xpeng's technology. This means that new models and features could hit the market months or even years ahead of competitors. Mark Kane of BP Pulse emphasizes that expanding the charging network across China is crucial for widespread electric vehicle adoption, a goal that Volkswagen and Xpeng are now tackling together. The ripple effects of this alliance are already being felt. If Volkswagen's partnership with Xpeng proves successful, it will almost certainly spark a wave of similar collaborations. Other Western automakers, think Ford, BMW, or General Motors, may soon find themselves knocking at the doors of Chinese tech firms, eager to gain access to the latest advancements in artificial intelligence, battery technology, and digital services. This could trigger a fundamental restructuring of the global automotive supply chain, with Chinese companies assuming an increasingly central role in the design, development, and production of critical components and technologies. Yet such a shift is not without risk. The free flow of technology, capital, and talent across borders is already being tested by rising geopolitical tensions. Policymakers in Washington, Brussels, and Beijing are watching these developments closely, weighing the benefits of cross-border collaboration against the risks of strategic dependence and intellectual property leakage. The future of the Volkswagen-Xpeng partnership could well hinge on the company's ability to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape while maintaining trust and transparency. For investors and car enthusiasts alike, this is a wake-up call. The days when automotive innovation was dictated solely by Detroit, Stuttgart, or Tokyo are over. The next wave of breakthroughs in mobility may just as likely come from the labs of Guangzhou or Shenzhen, fueled by a new breed of engineers and entrepreneurs who see the car as a platform for artificial intelligence, connectivity, and sustainability. If you are considering investing in automotive stocks, or if you simply care about how the vehicles of the future are designed and built, this partnership is a bellwether. The lesson is clear. The next big leap in car technology could just as easily originate in China as in Silicon Valley. For everyday drivers, the implications are profound. Smarter, safer, and more affordable electric vehicles could become a reality sooner than anyone expected. With development times slashed by up to 30%, features that once seemed reserved for luxury vehicles, think autonomous driving, real-time hazard detection, voice-activated controls, and seamless connectivity, could become standard across mass-market models. The promise of sustainable mobility, once a distant dream, is rapidly coming within reach for millions of people around the world. But let us not lose sight of the human element in this story. The partnership between Volkswagen and Xpeng is not just about chips, code, or corporate strategy. It is about the willingness to embrace change, to learn from unexpected partners, and to build bridges between cultures and industries. It is about redefining what it means to be a leader in the 21st century, a leader who is not afraid to challenge old assumptions and chart a new course. So, can Volkswagen really pull off this high-stakes collaboration with Xpeng? The odds are daunting and the challenges are real. But the rewards, access to the world's largest auto market, a head start in artificial intelligence-driven mobility, and a chance to redefine the company's legacy, are extraordinary. With a $700 million investment and nearly a 5% stake in Xpeng, Volkswagen is betting not just its money, but its future on this alliance. If the partnership holds, Volkswagen could transform from a traditional manufacturing powerhouse into a true technology-driven leader, while Xpeng cements its reputation as a global innovator. More than that, this alliance could mark a historic turning point. The moment when Chinese-designed artificial intelligence chips become the standard in Western brands, and when the global auto industry pivots on Chinese ingenuity, not just manufacturing might. There are several possible futures from here. If Volkswagen and Xpeng's collaboration proves successful, Volkswagen could deepen its ties with Xpeng, perhaps acquiring a larger stake or even launching a dedicated joint venture focused on artificial intelligence and software. This could accelerate Volkswagen's transition to electric vehicles and give it a decisive competitive edge. Alternatively, if technical or regulatory challenges prove insurmountable, the partnership could falter, serving as a cautionary tale for others. But even in failure, the attempt itself will have moved the industry forward, setting new benchmarks for ambition and adaptability. In the wider context, we are witnessing the rise of a new kind of industrial alliance, one that crosses not just corporate boundaries, but national borders and cultural divides. As other Western automakers watch the Volkswagen-Xpeng experiment unfold, the stage is set for a new era of global collaboration, competition, and creativity in the automotive world. The only certainty is that the race is on, and the road ahead is full of sharp turns, steep climbs, and unexpected detours. Will Volkswagen and Xpeng accelerate into a new era together, setting the pace for the rest of the world? Or will they spin out under the pressure of technical, regulatory, or geopolitical turbulence? Only time will tell, but you can be sure that we will bring you every twist and turn as it happens. If you found this epic showdown between German precision and Chinese innovation as fascinating as we did, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments. Would you trust your next car's brain to Chinese artificial intelligence? Are you excited or concerned by the prospect of a world where the future of mobility is shaped by unexpected alliances? Stay tuned.